What's good? My name is D. I've successfully scaled my clothing brand past $500,000, all organically, no ad spend. And today I want to talk about the topic of being quote unquote performative. And this was a word or a phrase that I feel like developed throughout the process of Cenat starting his clothing brand. Vivette, I believe was the name. People started calling him performative. And I thought this is very interesting as a brand owner myself because I found myself doing the same things that he was doing in my day-to-day processes, the content that I was uploading as a brand owner. And I think that a lot of brand owners shy away from that thing because of the potential hate that they'll end up getting for being quote unquote performative, when in all reality, they're documenting the process, which I feel like is very important. I believe the more difficult that you show it is to achieve something, the more people want to achieve it or get access to it. For example, would we want a Lamborghini if everybody could get a Lamborghini? No. Would we want a McLaren if everybody wanted a McLaren? No. Would I want a G-Wagon if everybody wanted a G-Wagon? No. If everybody wanted it, it wouldn't be a possession that other people wanted because everybody's already had it. Everybody's already done it. So with that being said, you have to showcase that your products are hard to come by. You have to show that your products are hard to obtain. You have to show there was work put into the actual products. Because how people perceive it is going to be based on how you make them perceive it. So if you show you going to a factory and cutting fabrics, if you show you hand burning the pieces, if you show you boxing up the sample and testing different fabrics and going to a vintage shop to test and source different materials, if you showcase yourself doing these things and explain what you're doing to your audience, they're going to be like, he had to do all this just for one t-shirt. So $100 isn't nothing. It looked like he spent way more than $100 developing this whole concept. So when you guys say things are performative, I like to look at them as intentional. And I think as a brand owner, you should be extremely intentional, especially in today's era because there's so many brands. And that's why I recommend that brand owners build an identity and they build an ICP and they stick to the ICP. Because if you are intentional with that, you can hit that gap every single time. I used to play running back in Pee Wee football before I played wide receiver in high school, right? And as a running back, you would have gaps. I can't remember the gaps. I believe it's A, B, C, D gap, maybe. I can't remember because I stopped playing running back, right? But let's say we're running offense, run throughs, no defense. And the play says run to A hole, and I run to the C hole. I'm doing the exact opposite. And I feel like that's what you guys are doing without having a brand identity. You're running to the hole that's not there. This is your hole, this is your lane, hit the gap. Hit the gap, hit the lane hard. Attack your ICP every single time. Be performative, be intentional. Everything you showcase should be what you want your audience to see. It should be to attract your audience. Everything's performative. The fact that I'm making this video and I got my tripod right here and I set it up to where you guys can see the nice view while I'm enjoying a little bit of time off my deep work session to record this video, and how I moved the MacBook and the Red Bull to the side with the glasses next to it, how I got the pants off the bed and put them right here so the background of this video could be clean. Everything's performative, right? But every detail matters because every detail drives thoughts, and you want the thoughts to be focused on the goal of the content that you're uploading, which is to attract more people to your ICP to buy your products, right? Not saying this is the purpose of this video because I'm not selling you anything, but I'm saying specifically for brand owner content, that's the goal. Because if you've seen that, the pants laying on the bed, this guy's dirty, what is he talking about? Like somebody could literally think that, right? So I want to attract the audience to the best of my ability, and you should focus on the same thing inside your content. So when building out your ICP, I've said this in so many videos, but I'm gonna say it every single time, is you need to understand from 5 in the morning to 5 in the morning again, what's that person doing? When do they wake up? What do they eat? What do they do when they get up? What do they listen to? What's their diet like? Do they work out? What's their hobbies? What do they spend their time? Every single detail you can about your ICP. That way you can showcase that inside the content. Your ICP needs to be in the content, so a person that lives that life sees that and like, wait, that's me. The issue right now is you're posting videos of your product, it looks good, but people aren't able to be like, yeah, that's me. I do that. I like that music. I wear those style of clothes. I spend my time here. I'm hanging with these people. That shirt's for me. I like to paint the picture like this. If we're in the ocean, right? And you're in the ocean, I'm in the ocean, we're fishing, and the ocean is customers. So we're fishermen. We're trying to get fish. I put shrimp bait on my hook. You don't put any bait on your hook. When I throw my rod, I'm going to get fish. When you throw your rod, you're going to get nothing because you didn't have any bait. And to end it all out, I want to give you guys a illusion. This may be difficult to comprehend, but if you walk with me here, my nose is kind of itchy. You're going to get exactly what I'm talking about. So there's a movie with Will Smith. It's called Focus, and the lady on it is the same blonde lady that plays Inside the Wolf on Wall Street. Very beautiful lady, right? And towards the end of the movie, Will Smith places a bet. The bet is on $1 million for the person he was betting against, a Chinese guy, to guess the number, for Will Smith to guess the number that the Chinese guy was thinking, right? And the Chinese guy's thinking, there's no way he gets this number. But before this situation, Will Smith purposely showed him the number without being noticeable, if you get what I'm saying. So hotel number 77, cab number 77, room number 77, people wearing jersey number 77, all day. And he also showed him the person he was going to pick. So he's putting it in his face, like, hey, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to drop my phone in my pocket. And then when they're making the bet, the guy's like, let me see which number I pick. He's seen that number, and because he had seen that number so many times, it just made sense for him to pick that number. It was almost like, hey, this has to be like God-given, right? And then he picks that number, and then Will Smith tells his wife or girlfriend to pick a number, and she sees the same guy that she knows with the number 77, so she picks that guy, and they win the bet. Just because Will Smith repeatedly showed him the thing that he wanted him to choose. So imagine your audience is watching your video, and they see the person wake up, and they're like, wait a minute, I wake up like that, and I look like that. I listen to this type of music, I eat this type of food. Well, I just need this product because it's naturally the next step. So what's going on here? Let me just get this product because that's my lifestyle. So focus on that. Be performative, be intentional in your content, because the more intentional you are, the better the content's gonna go. If I recorded this same exact video on a yacht in Miami, with my MacBook and some blue Saratoga water, and I had a nice microphone, that's even me being more intentional with my content, and that would even attract more people. So be as intentional as you can, within your standards. Still got a beautiful background here during my little reset, but that's all I gotta say, man. Cenat was not being performative, he was being intentional. And everybody hopped on that wave, and everybody was watching to see what Vivette was doing. Even people that didn't own clothing brands were watching. So that brand's drop would have been the biggest clothing brand drop that we've seen in a minute if he actually dropped Vivette. I don't know if he did. I don't believe he did. It was just like a skeptical thing, but if he did do that drop, that would have been one of the craziest drops. I heard that somebody ended up scamming people, starting a brand around it. Not too sure exactly what was up with that, but that's what I have to say, man. If you want one-on-one help scaling a clothing brand, comment the word scale. I've helped a lot of people hit their first 10K months. Elijah, Peyton, Gerson, my other guy with the brand God's Fam, a Christian brand out there in Canada. My mom's out there in Canada as well. She just FaceTimed me. I seen she was in the middle of some sort of water. And I was like, what? What's going on out here? Come to find out she's in Canada. Where is this lady at? Yep. Headed to Canada. She's in the water right now. Strat of Juan de Fuca, WA, whatever that is. So she's headed to Canada though. Crazy. I want to go to Canada. Yeah, I want a Latina. Comment the word scale if you want to work one-on-one. I'm out.